What's going on? What's happening, fellas? It's your boy KD. Let's get right into it, man. So today, I'm going to give you guys 10 ways to improve your personality as a man. All right, guys. Now, I want you guys to understand one thing, okay? When you're getting into relationships and you're dating, and even if you're just interacting with people, you can have the best body in the world. And you guys know I'm all about body game, but you can have the best body in the world. You can have a lot of money. You can look great. All right. You can have the best car, the best house. But if you do not have a great personality, your relationships and interactions, they will not last and they will not be genuine. All right, fellas, they will be very superficial. You will have very superficial interactions with women and people. I'm not going to say they're not going to take you serious, guys, but a lot of your relationships will be jaded, okay? And like I said, they will be superficial. And I'm going to get into 10 ways on how you can develop a better personality, also become more charismatic. Fellas, first way to improve your personality as a man is speaking. All right, guys. And by the way, these ways in this list is not in order, but you do want to stick around to the end because the last way is probably the most important way. All right, guys. But number one is the way you speak. I did a video not too long ago of how to improve your speaking skills as a man and why speaking is so important. All right, fellas. And this is something that I talk about a lot, about being able to articulate yourself. Okay, guys, part of your personality is the way you speak. Now, I will say this. I know some really great guys that have great personalities that do not speak well. Okay, guys, then they just don't speak well. But when you know how to speak and when you know how to articulate yourself and explain yourself and to illustrate points with your words, one, you become much more attractive. Also, you become much more interesting. Okay, therefore people will inevitably pay more attention to you. All right, guys, so you have to learn how to speak. Like I said, I put a link to the video where I gave you guys tips and advice on speaking. That is in the description. Go ahead and check that out, guys. But speaking, all right, that is the first way to improve your personality. Learn how to speak. All right, as I say, you will become much more charismatic, also much more attractive when you know how to speak and articulate yourself. Number two way as a man to improve your personality, guys, is to be grateful for things. And not to just be grateful for things, but be grateful for things and be willing to help others get things. And it's like a domino effect, because the more grateful you are, the more generous you're going to be. Like the more you're going to want to help people. All right, I mean, I'm speaking for myself. The more grateful and thankful I am for the things that I have or the things that I don't have, the more generous I am and the more willing I am to give and to like donate and, help out people, things like that. Volunteer, and, I get into volunteer. I do community service stuff and all this stuff. But the more grateful I am with myself and the things that I have, bro, the more I want to do those things. All right, and the more attractive I become, the better person I become. And that also increases my confidence as well. All right, guys. So when I'm interacting with people and I'm in conversations and I'm, interacting in my relationships, I'm much more confident because I'm grateful. All right, I'm thankful for the things I have. This is really a secret, okay, guys? A lot of guys be trying to find out how to get confidence, bro. You want real confidence, bro? I always tell you guys to work hard and be diligent. That's how you get your confidence, bro. But be grateful for the things you have, G. Just be grateful for the things you have. You will be much more confident and your personality will shine. Okay, guys, like I love interacting and meeting people and talking to people who are just grateful for what they have. Like people who don't want too much. Yeah, they still have dreams. Yeah, they still have aspirations, but they're just grateful. Like they're content with the things that they have. Although they may be still striving and achieving, they're still like, they're not letting their present situation like us upset them to the point to where you can like feel negative energy on them. And a lot of people are like that, by the way. So I like being around people like that, like people who can look at the brighter side of situations. While they're still working hard, they can still be positive, is what I'm trying to say. All right, guys, so be generous and help people out. That's another thing that will improve your personality. Trust me on this. All right, guys, number three way to improve your personality as a man is body game. All right, guys, getting in the gym and building a great physique. This is going to bring you confidence. Fellas, Fellas, I am telling you this from self-experience. All right. If I want to sit here and think about it, I think if I did not have a good physique, I would not be as confident as I am. You know, and some people may say, "Oh man, that's like, you know, you having a great physique is coping," and you know, like, no, bro, like that's part of who I am. Like I've always had a great physique, a good physique, even when I was younger, like in high school, in college, I still had, because of genetics. Obviously, I got great genetics. But that's part of my like me, that's part of who I am. And it brings me a lot of confidence, bro. Like if I can split it as far as a percentage of like amount of confidence that I get from my physique in the gym, bro, I probably want to say about 50%, G. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Like, and it has a lot to do with like most guys are not in great shape. It has a lot to do with like women love great physiques. It has a lot to do with like other men respect men with great physiques. You know, so it brings me confidence and it makes my personality better, because when you have confidence, like your personality is always good, you know, because you're always in a good mood. You're always positive when you have confidence. Like even when I meet people that I don't like people that I just like, I really don't like the way they move and the things that they do. Because they have confidence, they usually tend to have great personalities. All right, it just comes with the territory. You know, even like dudes who are like just straight up dickheads, bro, just assholes. When they have confidence, bro, like their personality, you may not like that personality, but it's still a favorable, great personality that most people may get accustomed to even over time. You know, so like when there's like very arrogant guys, you know, I use this for an example because I know a guy like this. Like there's like a very arrogant guy, but he's very confident. Initially, you're not gonna like him. Like you're just not gonna like him because of the arrogance. But over time, you're gonna grow to like him. Why? Because he is confident. On the contrary, if there's a guy is equally as arrogant but not as confident, because arrogance and confidence is two different things. Because I know some very arrogant people who are insecure and they're not confident at all. But if you met a guy who is very arrogant but he's not confident, you would never like that guy, because one, he's arrogant, two, he's not confident. You know, so he don't even like himself. He's just arrogant. So like confidence, bro, is like the cornerstone of building a great personality. All right, guys. So as I break down these 10 ways, guys, notice all of them, well, most of them fall into you just having confidence. All right, guys, but let's move on, guys, because I got a lot more to give you. All right, fellas. And if you made it this far in the video, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Number four way, all right, guys, to improve your personality as a man is to set goals. All right, fellas, set goals and set targets. And now that I'm going through this list, I'm thinking, all right, just got a light bulb in my head just went off, and I'm thinking, and this is really just you becoming the best version of yourself. It's funny how complex life is, but it's also funny how simple life is. Because everything that I'm telling you today, go to the gym, speak well, be confident, give to others. This is you just being the best. This is you just being a top tier man. All right, fellas. But let me move on in the list. All right, guys. Set goals. Set targets. All right. There's a few things that having goals and targets and future accomplishments is going to do for you when it comes to your personality. One is going to make you more interesting. So like when you go out on a date, right, and you got a woman who's very interested in you. And women who are very interested in you and they're trying to vet properly, one of the questions that you're going to get from them is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or where do you see yourself in the future? Or where do you see yourself in 10 to 15 years? All right, guys. And if you want to seriously answer that question, you have to have goals. You have to have aspirations. You have to have passions. You have to have not even just passions, but just things you want to do in life. All right. But if you have no goals, if you have no aspirations, if you have no dreams, if you have no big things that you want to do, if you don't have a duty or a responsibility, should I say, to put a dent into the universe, you're not going to be able to answer that question. She's going to ask you, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? And your answer is going to be something stupid and something simple and generic, like paying off your car loan and buying a house. Although that is a substantial goal for most people, it's still not an interesting enough goal to start a conversation. It's like, okay, oh, you want to pay off your house, you want to pay off your car, okay, great. But what's better is, okay, I want to build this business. I want to travel to this place. I want to have this much money. I want to do this. I want to blah. I want to accomplish this. I want to help this many amount of people. That's much more of a worth the conversation. All right, that will make you more interesting, make you more charismatic, and improve your personality. So set goals. Just as a man, period, regardless of if you're trying to have a great personality or not, you still need to have goals. You still need to have targets. You still need to have things that you want to accomplish as a man. All right, fellas, so set goals, set targets. We're halfway through there. We're halfway through the list. Number 5 is always be learning new skills. All right, always be learning. Always be learning. You should always be a student. This will also improve your personality as a man. Always being a student. Always being curious to learn new things. Always being willing to alter your perspective and change your perspective. Okay, guys? And this is going to help you better in conversations as well, in interactions as well, and in relationships. All right? Now, as a man, you want to stick to your guns when it comes to most things. Like there are guys who say that they don't date hoes. They don't date 304s. And just because you meet a nice 304 who is pleasant and she's submissive, that shouldn't mean you should switch up your narrative, because there are substantial reasons why you shouldn't date 304s. But there are some things in life where you can be flexible with. Okay, you can kind of alter or completely change your perspective based on your experiences and your evolution in your own life. All right, guys. So you have to be open to that. Now, like I said, there are gonna be some things where you gotta stand on business. Be like, no, look, I ain't like I would never condone. What is something controversial, like non-controversial? Like I would never condone and say that you should be able to eat whatever you want and you will still be in shape. I would never say that. I don't care what kind of diets come out. I don't care what kind of pills come out. I don't care what type of new high-intensity workouts come out. I know from a biological health standpoint, you cannot just eat whatever you want. So I'm not going to change my perspective on that. But I've had some situations in life where I've had to change my perspective on things. All right, guys. And that makes me a more interesting person. It makes me a more open person, authentic person. I can interact with different types of people, different elements, different environments, and be able to adapt. All right, guys. And this is going to make you more interesting. Like, you shouldn't, like, your friend circle, like some people are real biased, so they only like to, deal with a certain type of person when it comes to friends. But if you have a diverse friend circle, that is a great thing. Like the people who I work with, like the people who are on my team, for example, for my business. One guy is Arabian. One guy is Turkish. One guy's black. One guy's Hispanic. It's like I'm not closed off to any race or ethnicity or culture or anything, so you have to be open to things. You have to be willing to explore and to experiment and to test things, trial and error, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to improve your personality as a man. Some men are so sturdy to where they can't be moved on anything, which to a degree that is a great thing. But there are some things in life to where when you do, or if you do change your perspective, it'll be better off for you guys. So point of the matter, it's not really about changing perspective. It's about the fact that you should always be a student. Always be open to new knowledge. All right, guys, let's move on. All right, fellas, number 6, and this is an easy way to improve your personality as a man, is sense of humor. All right, guys, be funny. Be fun. Have a sense of humor. Okay, look for fun things to do. Now, there is a time for work and there's a time for play. All right, as a man, as a top tier man, on your climb up, on your ascension, most of the time you should be dedicated to work. Simple as that. But there are times like when you're interacting with women, if you got kids or your family, it's time for fun. You got to have fun. You got to be able to crack a joke, make people laugh. Like, I'm always working. I'm either always on my laptop or my phone. But when I'm with my family, I still can crack jokes while I'm working. I still know how to be funny. I still have a sense of humor. All right, guys, number 7 way to improve your personality as a man is dressing well and taking care of your wardrobe. Now, this is one that I'm going to make really quick because, as you guys know, I am a proponent of fashion. I love wearing suits. I love dressing up. I love looking nice. But at the same time, I always say if you work on your body game and you build a great physique, you can get away with not dressing as nice. All right, guys, you can put on a plain shirt, nice black t-shirt, nice collar shirt, or a nice button down, and you'll look as great as most guys look in six-piece suits. All right, fellas, so take care of your body game, but also dress well, okay? Make sure you got clean clothes. Make sure your clothes complement your physique. Make sure you're wearing clothes that are fashionable, you know, and just keep it simple. You know, I think as a man, bro, you don't have to go too crazy with clothes, bro. You can keep it simple. Nice pants, nice shirt, nice shoes, nice watch. All right, guys, keep it simple. All right, number 8 way to improve your personality is be more social. All right, fellas, get out there in the world. Talk to more people. Interact with different personalities. Be more social. Get out the house. All right, explore. Attend events. All right, guys, communicate with random people on the street. This is something that's going to build your personality and improve your personality. You will become more charismatic. You will become more likable because you're going to start to pay attention to social cues, nonverbal cues, body language, things like that. Things in ways where you can tell whether somebody likes you or doesn't like you or is fond of you or not. All right, guys, and you're going to start to pick up on these signs, and this is going to help you operate better in the world. It's going to improve your personality. So be social. All right, guys, be social. Now, you may be in like a ghost mode, monk phase right now, where you're getting some work done and you're on your purpose. No problem with that. But as soon as you get back out into the world, be social. Talk to people. Get into the world. This will improve your personality, fellas. All right, number 9 way to improve your personality, and this was going to be quick as well, is to be yourself. Be yourself. Be your authentic self. Don't try to be anybody else. You can never improve something that you're faking. All right, guys, if you're faking like you're somebody else, if you're trying to live vicariously through someone else, if you're trying to be someone else and mimic someone else's personality, you will not be able to work off that. All right, guys, you can't improve somebody else's personality. That is their personality. Excuse me. They got that personality from their weaknesses, from their strengths, from their experiences, from their downfalls, from their wins, accomplishment, losses, and everything. That is how you build your personality, through your experiences, not through someone else's. So be yourself. Always be yourself. Simple fact is, women can tell when you're not being yourself. And men sometimes to a degree, not as good as women, but men can also tell when you're not being yourself, guys. So be yourself. All right, fellas. And the last thing, the last way to improve your personality is get closer to God. All right, guys. And the reason why I saved this for last is because this is the most important one out of all 10. Get closer to God. All right. Build a relationship and get closer to God. Connect with God. There will be like a shift in your life, in your personality when you're closer to God. There are going to be certain things you won't say, you won't do, and you will probably try hard not to think when you are closer to God. All right. Your moral compass is shifted the right way when you are closer to God. And this is going to change everything else in your life. All right. You're going to make better decisions in everything else in your life because all these decisions are going to be from a place of right and good and morality. All right, guys, so get closer to God. This is the #1 way to improve your personality. Yes, there's all these other tangible things that you can do that I listed before, but if you're not close to God, bro, you're going to have an issue with all these things, to be honest with you. All right, just to keep it real with you. All right, fellas, so I appreciate you guys for watching the video today. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to go subscribe to the new personal finance channel, Dollar Brain. I think we got a few videos up right now. There's going to be about 2 or 3 videos every single day on that channel to help you guys with your finances. I appreciate you guys for tuning into the video today. If you haven't liked the video, don't forget to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, you know I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It's your boy, KD. We out of here, baby.